Stall out them pint bottles, I green the crib. I poured so much I ain't want to live. Told money then, shit, we in the wind. I was in the hood when I clipped the bin. Since a young nigga, I been ready. Went glass house on every Chevy. In this game, I tried plenty settings. It's all or nothing, how niggas been. God sucker niggas, keep suckers with them. One of the reasons I ain't fucking with them. Trish Tech and some more than her. Guess she couldn't even afford a winner. I'm open late, don't need a scale, and it's always open. Sneak, wishing well. I double down, slick shit to spell. Shawty, no, I don't kiss and tell. I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded. And I'm faded, 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 faded. I'm faded, 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 faded.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go. Y'all ready, chat? Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut live out. What we doing tonight, chat? With Jasmine Crockett flip Texas. We got Ken Paxton under fire, and the Charlie Kirk fallout continues. Double tap the screen, shut live out, man. I know I'm late, but look, we here, man. We are here, man. We got an action-packed episode. We finna hang out for a little bit tonight, man. Let me get into it, man. Let's see what's going on. We got Jasmine Crockett doing her first interview since launching her Senate bid. Also, we got Talacaro. I don't know how to say his name, man. James Talacaro. The guy that's running against Jasmine Crockett, man. Also, we got Ken Paxton and Cornyn, man, over there for that Senate race in Texas. We're going to be watching it closely. I'm really ready for the debates. I'm really ready for the debates, man. I want to see the Talacaro and Jasmine Crockett go at that debate. Ken Paxton, I want to see what's finna go on there. I really do. Also, they say Kristi Noem got ran out of her hearing earlier. Luigi, in the case of Luigi, they're saying that the officer cut off the body camera and put all of the contents in Luigi's bag, took it out and put it back in with the body camera off. It's looking like it might be a little trouble down there in the Luigi case, man. Yeah, we got that. I spoke about the Kristi Noem. Also, we got Michigan head coach, the Moore guy. Yeah, he just lost his $30 million deal. Say he was cheating with the assistant, man. He just lost a $30 million deal. Oh, my gosh, man. Double tap the screen, shut live out. We got an action-packed episode, man. We're going to get straight into it with the Jasmine Crockett and the Texas Senate race, man. Let's get into it with the Republicans first. Man. March 3rd, 2026, and then they have a runoff scheduled for May 26th if there is no majority. Key candidates are going to be John Cornyn. He's the incumbent. He's seeking a 5th term. He's raised $9 million, and he has about $6 million cash on hand, emphasizing... Oh, my God. Hold on, chat. It's crazy. Emphasizing Trump alignment. They say he got a 99% voting record. He leads traditional Republicans, but trails the MAGA base. Then you got Ken Paxton. He's the Attorney General. He entered in April 2025. Said that he raised $4 million so far. He leads Trump-aligned voter. Attacks Cornyn as a Republican in name only over gun bill support. They said he had an impeachment acquittal in 2023, ongoing securities fraud case, and he has a recent divorce filing. was cited adultery in July 2025. So it's a lot going on with Ken Paxton. Then you have Wesley Hunt, who entered in October. So far, he's raised about $1.4 million, rising fast with MAGA appeal, but less baggage. He pushes the next generation. He's 38 years old. They're saying Cornyn is 73. He's in the Wesley Hunt is endorsed by Eli Crane from Arizona. Let's see. Early polling, Emerson has Cornyn at 30%, Paxton at 29%, Hunt at 12%, and undecided at 37%. Dead heat, Paxton edges MAGA heavy samples, Cornyn and broader GOP. Trump's endorsement could swing it. It's critical for Paxton and Hunt. A Trump endorsement, man. Do y'all think Trump's gonna endorse Paxton? I think he might. They're saying it's a factional split. MAGA versus the establishment means 50 million plus in spending. A likely runoff because no one clears 50%. They're saying the winner emerges bloodied, but the nominee choice affects the general more than the fight itself. The primary outcome will impact what's going on, man. So they're saying that Dems need 2-3 flips for majority. Texas is a long shot target. A Paxton nomination helps the national Dems divert resources elsewhere. They're saying that primary spending, $100 million spending projected, drains fund from winnable House races. Paxton's personal issues could fracture base unity. Man, how do y'all feeling about that, man? How y'all feeling about Paxton and his chances against Cornyn? I didn't know Cornyn was that damn old. I didn't know he was 73, man. Seeking a fifth term at 73. You got Ken Paxton running against you there. Yeah, it might be a little harder. Let's move over to the Democrats, man. They got Jasmine Crockett entered December 8th with her national profile from the viral anti-Trump clips. She's gets 40 plus million views on her house floor rant. She's raised, Jasmine Crockett's raised $3.1 million in the first 11 days. In the first 11 days, she's raised $3.1 million. She has $4.6 million cash on hand. She appeals to black progressive base in Dallas and Houston. Then you have James Tyler. I don't know. I'm butchering his name, man. Tallarico is what we're going to call him, man. He's a Democrat from Austin. He entered September 9th, progressive Christian messaging. He has a $6.3 million Q3 haul from 125,000 small donors. 98% of his donors have sent under $100. $6.3 million Q3 haul. So he's got raised $6.3 million in just Q3 from 125 small donors. That's kind of like what Mom Donnie did. 98% of his donors have sent under $100. He has 10,000 volunteers and focuses on unity over division and anti-billionaire populism. I've actually seen clips of him. I seen one clip of him sitting outside of a church. He was outside of a church. I think he had like one black kid sitting on the back of the truck. A lot of people out there. He's got a real soft tone. Like it's like a real calming voice. So I feel like I don't know if he beats Crockett. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know if he beats Crockett, but they're saying that if he beats Crockett, he has the better chance to beat a Republican than Crockett. But they don't think he will beat Crockett. So that's what they're saying. They're, the polling, they got head-to-head Crockett 52%, Talrico 34%. Kalashi, the betting platform, has Crockett 57% to win the nomination. Talarico is 44% over there on Kalshi, man. Over there on Kalshi. That's crazy. What it do, AJ? All right, man, let's get into the video, chat.
Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Congresswoman, thank you for being here. As you know, A Texas Democrat has not won a statewide race in 30 years. Tell me what your path to victory is.
My path is through the people. Right now, we know that, yes, there's a blue wave that is coming. That is why the president and his minions have decided to go across this country and try to cheat their way into holding the House. But when it comes down to Senate races, every voice is counted. Every single vote matters the same. And what we wanted to look for is whether or not I could expand the electorate and get people motivated to vote who normally don't participate in the process. And our numbers say that we can do that. There's a lot of excitement, and you're going to need excitement, you're going to need momentum, and obviously you're going to need a few receipts to make sure that we flip this state. But it can and it will get done.
Well, Congresswoman, that's one path, obviously, those who have not participated normally. Then there's a whole host of people who have voted. Is your path through those who have previously voted but for different parties, as well as those who have not wanted to be a part of the system before?
I will tell you that our targets aren't necessarily those that consistently have not joined the movement known as the Democratic Party. It's not necessarily them that we're going after, but I do want to be clear that a lot of people continue to think that this is about policy, yet they can't really explain how it is that you have Mandami Trump voters, or how you have Obama Trump voters, or how you have AOC Trump voters. And the reality is that I think that that's where we are going to walk that fine line. We are going to be able to get people that potentially have voted for Trump, even though I obviously am one of his loudest opponents. Because at the end of the day, they vote for who they believe is fighting for them, and it's about moving people. And so I think I've got a track record of doing that. I think people understand that when I sign up to go to D.C., it's always me taking the people with me. It's not ignoring their voices. And that's what we're going to do. So for all those that believe it's about which one is more moderate or which one is too far left, if you look at the actual numbers, not just polls, but real elections, then you will see that the crossover doesn't come because you decide to sound like a Republican. The crossover comes because you make people believe that you will fight for them.
How will you make voters who previously have voted for Trump, particularly given that you have been an outspoken critic and he has inserted himself, just take your campaign video as is. He has inserted himself at every turn when it comes to your commentary. How will you convert those who are supportive of him to voters for you?
Yeah, I don't know that we'll necessarily convert all of Trump's supporters. That's not our goal.
Do you need to?
Our goal is to definitely talk to people. No, we don't. We don't need to. Our goal is to make sure that we can engage people that historically have not been talked to. Because there's so many people that get ignored, specifically in the state of Texas. Listen, the state of Texas is 61% people of color. We have a lot of good folk that we can talk to. We know that when Beto came really close, Beto, who is a progressive, we know that he got 65% of the Latino vote. So what did they do after that? They specifically went after Latinos. We know that he got close to 90% or right there at 90% of the African American vote. So honestly, what we need to do is start talking to the vast majority of Texas. I think my message is very much a mainstream message. I don't know who disagrees with the fact that affordability is a real thing, except for the president who says it's a Democratic hoax. But when somebody...
Right now, chat, they're saying the only way Crockett wins is if she's going against Kim Paxton. They said if she's going against Kim Paxton, she has a chance at winning. If it's somebody other than Kim Paxton, she probably loses.
Goes to the grocery store nowadays, whether it's in East Texas or whether it's right here in Dallas, Texas, or whether it's in Austin or West Texas, let me tell you, they are looking at those grocery prices and they are thinking we deserve better. Knowing that we do the amount of trade that we do in the state of Texas, yet right now there are these unwarranted tariff wars that is directly impacting us, knowing that we do agriculture big in Texas. We do everything bigger in Texas. But we do ag big, and understanding that we are hitting record-breaking bankruptcy filing.
That shit just don't hit the same knowing she from like St. Louis or somewhere. I'm just gonna be real, man. Her saying we do everything bigger in Texas, I mean, it's a saying. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hear Texans say it all the time. But like, chat. Yeah.
By our farmers. Listen, my message is real simple. I'm looking out for you, your survival, and the survival of your kids as it relates to affordability, being able to actually go and access health care. being able to send your child to school, being able to afford a roof over your head. If that's not, what Trump supporters want, then fine. Then they absolutely won't listen to me. But I'm here for the everyday person, the person that's not the billionaire on the list that Trump has decided to take care of, but the people that he left sitting out in the cold, just like he did when he decided to be sworn in, and he decided that Inauguration Day he would have it inside while so many of his loyal supporters were outside.
Well, let me talk to you. Immigration is also big in Texas, and you yourself have been criticized for being critical of Latinos who support President Trump, and you have been dismayed at the support that they have shown for Trump's immigration crackdown. How do you bring them back into the fold, given all the other issues you have discussed as well?
Yeah, so I think the frustration is real just in general, because I could see the writing on the wall. And what I've come to the conclusion of is that he is a con man. I mean, we know he's a con man. And I understand that there were people that were legitimately conned. But the reality is that whether you are an American citizen or not, we have a Supreme Court, Trump Supreme Court, that said because of how you look or because of how you sound, you can be rounded up. We've had a record number of U.S. citizens. This is why it is so important for us not to be divided, but instead decide that we are going to be united, because you think that it's okay, maybe, if somebody goes out and does the things that they've been doing to undocumented folk. But the reality is that even those that are actual citizens, even those that are documented, are being tormented as well. And so this can hit any and all of us. We saw what happened in Chicago when they decided to go to the South Side and they went and got black babies out. There were absolutely U.S. citizens as well.
So you will take issue, Congressman, with the tactic, not just the policy, or both?
Issue with both. I mean, there is no policy. Right now, they have decided that they...
Gavin Newsom did just put a ban out, so next month all ICE agents are supposed to not have masks on. According to Gavin Newsom, he just signed the order that all ICE agents have to come out of the mask starting next month.
We're just going to be rogue actors. We know that there's been an opportunity to engage in actual policy work, but we know that this administration does not care to know what the...
Right, Kevin. What it do, OG pal? Kevin, I'm from Arkansas. I lived in Texas for a few years, but I don't speak for Texas. Like, shit, I talk about it like I talk about Jasmine, Crockett, Ken Paxton, Greg Abbott, because I'm familiar with them from living there now. Valentina Gomez, all of that. But I don't speak for Texas. Like, if y'all noticed on my show when when y'all say, plug, what would you do if you were governor? I always say if I was governor of Arkansas. I never speak for Texas because, I wasn't born or raised there. I just lived there for a few years.
The Senate wants to do. Instead, they have been bulldozing and ignoring any laws that we've tried to put into place. And he doesn't want to do this. He likes the chaos.
What to do,
He likes the hate, and he likes the confusion. That allows people to be diverted from the other terrible things that he's doing. And so what I want us to do is us to just focus on what kind of life do we want? Do you want a life where your neighbors can be nabbed just because of the skin that they are in or because of the language or accent that they may have? That's not American. And I'm trying...
See, that's the thing. When we say, Gavin doesn't set laws for federal agents, I get it, but, I just always felt like the Republicans were for, more states' rights and states' control. So, if that's, is state and we're for states' rights as, well, the Republicans are for states' rights, and it's always the Dems that want all of this federal oversight and shit. It's kind of like, well, hey, Gavin Newsom says no mask. Isn't that his right? Isn't that his state? You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get back to basics. I'm trying to make sure that those that truly consider themselves to be patriots, those that consider themselves to live in the land of the free and the land of opportunity, are engaging in just that. It is literally time, as he used to say, to take our country back. It is time for us to own our flag. It is time for us to prove what patriotism is, and it is a action.
Look at OG Powell with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, OG Powell, for the 10 gifted memberships, man. Appreciate your continued support. Real day one right there, man. OG Powell, y'all give OG Powell for the 10 gifted.
Welcome greatest damn show on YouTube.
Get OG Pal some flames and some plugs for the 10 gifted, man.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Double tap the screen. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub. Go OG Pal. Appreciate your continued support.
It is not a noun that you just say. It is about your actions. And right now we are not seeing patriotism.
One way to have patriotism in action, of course, is through voting. And as you know, Congresswoman, you're going to first need to defeat State Representative James Talrico, who President Obama recently praised as somebody who we thought was the future of the party. Can you pinpoint a substance?
Obama is funny, bro. Obama is funny, bro. Like, just sitting back watching Obama lately is funny. Like, who was it? Was it Spanberger or Mickey Shirelli or both of them? I think it was Spanberger he got behind. I haven't heard him really get behind Jasmine Crockett. Obama getting behind Talcaro over Jasmine Crockett. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's crazy, especially because Obama went out there and said how upset he was at black men for not voting for that black woman. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If Obama drops the damn endorsement on Talcaro, I think I'm saying his name right, and not Jasmine Crockett, oh my God, did he just put his foot in his mouth? Oh my, Obama. Come on, Obama. You on the clock with this endorsement right now.
Policy difference between the two of you, given, of course, he has been campaigning a little bit longer than your announcement today.
Yeah, so it's not like I've delved into the full breadth of James's policies. What I will tell you is that we served together in the state house, and because he's never served on the federal level, I don't know all of his federal positions. What I can tell you is that I've been in the belly of the beast. What I can tell you is I am the one that's receiving the phone calls from people that are scared that their Social Security may be under attack, or I am the one.
I will say this. He made a video and told his supporters do not attack Jasmine Crockett. I guess his supporters were starting to come at her and, like this, and he did make a video like, hey, look, y'all leave Jasmine alone, straight up. So that was a stand-up move from him.
Receiving the phone calls from those that have loved ones that are in ICE custody, or I am the one that is receiving the phone calls when that small business owner, for whatever reason, has not received their tax refund.
You've also received a great deal of hate, Congresswoman.
That is absolutely true. I am also the one who has received a lot of hate. But I think that when you think about...
Y'all remember when I got into it with somebody on here, man, back like last election cycle, man, and they was saying about the black woman code. Y'all remember that when I got into it with Cushbo about the black woman code? Like, where is Michelle Obama in this black woman code right now, man? Like, Obama, I know Talcaro had already put his bid out there, and you called him the future of the Democratic Party. But now it's about to be campaign season. They're about to have debates. They're about to have the general election. They're about to do all of this. So this endorsement, everybody's waiting on it. We're waiting to see whether Hunt or Paxton is going to get Trump's endorsement, and we're waiting to see whether Crockett or Talcaro is about to get Obama's endorsement. Yeah, it's on the clock, man.
What a public servant is. It's somebody who literally is there to serve the public. And while I don't think that it's okay that political violence has been what it is, I think that we need leaders that are unafraid. And I think that because I have been attacked, and our campaign theme is Texas Tough.
Yeah.
I know that I can withstand the attacks in this moment. And so I think that there's a track record to run on, a federal record.
Then I seen Hakeem Jeffries and Mike Johnson. Both of them had the hats on, man. They was lighting the candles up there in front of everybody, and it's just like, man, look, man, you said my camera's delayed. That's probably because I'm running out of hotspot, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably because I'm running out of hotspot. It's just crazy to me that You got Mike Johnson and Hakeem Jeffries. They don't agree on shit, but one thing they can agree on is putting them hats on and going over there, man.
And I think that people will evaluate my federal record versus James's ideas of kind of what it would be if he were to be in the Senate. But at the end of the day, I'm just focused on the opposition, and my opposition is not James. My opposition is whoever ends up making it out of the primary on the Republican side, the people that are harming the people that live here in the state of Texas.
Your campaign launch video solely showcases the president insulting you repeatedly. And frankly, there was more content that even could have been shared. As I mentioned, the hate you've received, a lot of the vitriol, a lot of the critique. It didn't include specifically in that video a message about Texas or the issues that were substantive. Why did you choose that approach here?
Yeah, so what I decided is that we wanted to do a launch with the people, and we wanted it to be a real launch. We wanted real people that were going to be there, not anybody's stage, no stage camera, nothing. And so we knew that we would actually get content from our launch event. And so we have that. I gave a substantive speech about all the things. I mean, I don't think that you can actually bottle them up into a 1-minute video. But we absolutely needed something for fundraising. So for anybody that's watching, if you're checking for your girl, make sure that you visit JasmineForUs.com. So we needed something. But I also think that it is telling because here it is. If the president cannot keep my name out of his mouth, then who is it that would...
Yeah, that's the difference. Ty Carroll, I went and checked out both of their YouTubes today. He's not being active on YouTube at all. I don't know what he's doing on X and the other platforms, but he's sitting on a lot of cash over there. He's going to have to get in the algorithm. He's going to have to do a lot more podcasts. He's going to have to sit down on a tough podcast like Crockett too. They're going to have to sit down on the tough podcast. Like all of this picking and choosing and going to sit down with who you want to sit down, that shit's done, man. You got to go through the damn meal. We know who the meal is now. You got to go through the damn meal, man. You got to go sit down with the creators, the damn whoever you want to name, the Don Lemons, the Benny Johnsons, the Stephen A. Smiths, the whoever, man. You gotta have to go through it, man. You're gonna have to go sit on them damn couches.
Better to make sure that they are in the U.S. Senate to hold him accountable. I am the one that he is afraid of. I am the one that the Republicans fear. They can say that they don't, but my governor cannot stop tweeting about me. And I know that that is out of fear. Because honestly, if they really wanted me as the nominee, they would be quiet and just wait and hope to crush me. But they know my strength, and they know my ability to reach people that historically have not wanted to participate in politics or had just given up. And that is how we are going to win in the state of Texas. As I reminded people in my speech today, there were those that told a young senator out of Illinois that no one would ever vote for him because he had this weird, funny name that people couldn't pronounce, or because his middle name was Hussein. They told him that he could never beat back the Clinton machine. And somehow he became the...
His ass still probably not finna give you an endorsement, man. All of this glazing you doing right now, Jasmine, he's probably still not about to give you an endorsement. I'm just gonna be real, man. Like, if this isn't pitching a damn endorsement, I don't know what is. Like, Jasmine, you pitching an endorsement right now, man.
...in politics or had just given up. And that is how we are going to win in the state of Texas. As I reminded people in my speech today, there were those that told a young senator out of Illinois that no one would ever vote for him because he had this weird, funny name that people couldn't pronounce, or because his middle name was Hussein. They told him that he could never beat back the Clinton machine. And somehow he became the first and only black president of the United States. This isn't about what we can't do. It's about what we will do and what we can do if we just get to work. And so just as President Obama said so many years ago, as someone who ended up becoming president at the exact same age that I am right now, 44, he said, yes, we can. Si se puede. And I am saying the same today.
You have said part of your campaign is Texas Strong. you've also been somebody who has been unapologetic in your approach to the language you have used. You have gone toe-to-toe with the likes of Elon Musk, let alone the President of the United States, let alone Marjorie Taylor Greene, infamously, even going viral on a number of occasions. In the climate that we are presently in, do you have any to change your approach in terms of your rhetoric, or how you want voters to view it?
You know what? We actually tested for a lot of those moments.
Did you?
We needed to know how they played in Texas. We did. We tested for those moments. And to be clear, those moments played just as well in Texas as they played everywhere else in the country. What we found is that voters moved to me even more. I think it is because it's authentic. I think it is because I think it is the authenticity as well as the strength. I think that people can be forgiving of somebody that gets off script every once in a while if they feel like it's real. They don't want somebody who's just being puppeteered. They want someone who they feel like is a real person. And so, while
Thank you, Too
I
Strong.
know that the goal will be from the other side to kind of get me into sparring matches, my goal will be to make sure that I can inform Texans of when they're being distracted. And I will redirect the conversation to Texans, because at the end of the day, that is the only thing that matters. That is the only thing that should matter. And right now, Texas is not being properly represented. Not when, again, we have record numbers of bankruptcy filings from our farmers and ranchers. Not when we already leave the country in uninsured. Not when, in that scenario, we have a senator that is not interested in making sure that those tax subsidies for the Affordable Care Act are extended. We have people right now that are dishing out death because they refuse to just do what they claim to do, which is to be pro-life. There is nothing pro-life about their agenda. And obviously, our children, they are our future. And right now, the future isn't looking as bright as it should. Laura, you have children.
I do.
And you know what it is to be able to plan for your children to actually go off to school. That light is dimming right now for some.
And the fear if you cannot.
Thank you,
I
just
know where to
talking.
go, but I have to ask this because the file today on the deadline, there are some who are angry that you had the audacity to be a part of the Senate race. What do you say to those who question your ability to hold the state in a general?
Yeah, I say turn that anger into work. Listen, I'm not here to make anybody mad. I'm here to win. And that's all I got to say about that. So it's time for everybody to get to work. Right now, we know that this primary will be over in 85 days. We are headed into GOTV. It is time to get to work. It is not time to be divided. It is time to unite. Because when we were divided, we ended up with Donald Trump. I will do nothing to divide us. I will do everything that I can to unite us and make sure that we win. Because a win in Texas is actually bigger than Texas. It is a win for this country. We are talking about a seat that will absolutely flip
Darkin,
control
what it
of
do?
the Senate over to the Democrats. This is bigger than the state of Texas.
All right, man. That's Jasmine Crockett. Let's look at Tal Carroll, man. Let's see what he
Well,
got
we
to
just
say.
saw another very positive election night for Democrats. In Georgia yesterday, Democrats managed to flip a state house seat.
Trade by both Texas. My mom grew up in Laredo, right there on the Texas generation.
Election that Trump lost, right? That Biden won, but we saw that realignment moving. How
Thank
do
you,
think
Lori.
about those voters and the voters of
Thank you, Lori, for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Lori. Best damn show on YouTube. I know that's right. And we got the best damn community on YouTube, man. Thank you, Lori.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Thank you, Lori, for your continued support.
Texas, what you have to do to win this state that has been so impossible for Democrats to carry statewide.
Well, I'm an 8th generation Texan. My family's been in the state since it was Mexico. And my family is from South Texas. My mom grew up in Laredo, right there on the Texas-Mexico border. And
See, that's a subtle shot at Jasmine Crockett because, you know what I'm saying, Benny Johnson did that thing and showed that she was, I guess, from Missouri or went to school in Missouri. I don't know, man. But you see how he say my family's been in Texas since it was still Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He's establishing that out of the fact. Let's hear what he got to say, though, about his policy and shit.
I
I get the sense that voters down in South Texas feel betrayed by both political parties. The National Democratic Party took communities like the Rio Grande Valley for granted for far too long. And so those voters were open to an alternative. Republican politicians came to town and made big promises. They promised to lower the cost of everything. They promised to put working families first. They promised to drain the swamp. And that sounded pretty good, including to some of my family members in South Texas who voted for Donald Trump in the last election. But just 1 year later, everything is more expensive. Working families are falling further behind, and corruption in Washington is the worst it's ever been. Those Republican politicians made big promises, but they delivered more of the same.
See, he got like y'all see the voice that I'm talking about? Like it's stern, but it's not stern. It's like soothing, soft almost, no Diddy. He reminds me of Mike Johnson. I'm just gonna be real. He reminds me of Mike Johnson a lot. Just listening to him and like the mannerisms and shit. Reminds me of Mike Johnson.
So they fumbled the ball, but that doesn't mean the ball is going to run itself into the end zone. That is incumbent upon us as Texas Democrats, incumbent upon our campaign to make the case to these voters, to connect with these voters, persuade them to join us in this effort to stop the extremism and corruption that we're seeing in Washington.
You said the phrase, us as Texas Democrats. I've covered the Texas Democratic Party for a long time, and I've done reporting in Texas and know the state relatively well. Obviously, quite famously, right? It's like the Chicago Cubs, right? Before 2016, right? Like it's one of the most famous, sort of iconic losing streaks in politics. Haven't carried a statewide race since Ann Richards, right? If I'm not mistaken. Right. It's now going on 30 plus years. Why are you going to be the person to break that streak?
Well, we're going to do it as a team. It's not going to be one person.
You said, who do y'all fools think Jasmine Crockett is? A damn money maker. I'm just gonna be all the way real. When it comes to this shit right here, fundraising, Jasmine Crockett is damn near an S tier level fundraiser. They said she's already raised almost $4 million in 11 days. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real, man. $4 million in 11 days, man. Crazy work, man. Let's just be all the way honest. She can raise some damn money for sure.
When you zoom out and you look at statewide elections in Texas,
he can too. They said he raised, I think, $6.3 million in Q4 from 125,000 different donors. All 98% of them sent less than $100. So these two people right here is some they can get to the money.
They've gotten more competitive, not less, over the last 15, 20 years. When I was growing up in Texas, Republicans would win by 25, 30 points. Now they consistently win by single digits. I think it's going to be incumbent upon all of us to do the work in communities like South Texas to persuade these voters to join us in our fight against extremism and corruption. And our campaign is building a movement in Texas. We have shattered grassroots fundraising records in the state.
That's what he's doing. He's taking the Mamdani approach, man. You see that we record-breaking fund level grassroots approach. That's what he's done. For instance, the moment I seen his first ad, I could tell that's where he was going with it. Grassroots. He has a lot of donors. 125,000 donors donated Q3, and that's a lot of people. He has 10,000 volunteers. 10,000 volunteers. So it kind of balances out. Jasmine Crockett has the social media, the virality. He's boots on the ground with 10,000 volunteers and a shit ton of donors. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to get more on the social media, and Jasmine Crockett is going to have to crank it up because she got in this race late. So Mamdani took care of both. When we look at Mamdani's win, Mamdani took care of both. He had the social media. I'm pretty sure he ran his ads region specific. I'm pretty sure they didn't waste any, if they were smart, they didn't waste any ad money outside of New York. I'm not going to say New York City. I'll probably say probably within 25 miles, 30 miles of New York City. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with them in Texas. This is a Senate race, so shit, they can, target those ads. He's gonna have to get on social media a lot more. I checked out his YouTube, not a lot going on. Jasmine Crockett's gonna have to get that volunteer team together.
We have recruited more than 10,000 volunteers who, as you and I speak,
because they're trying to flip. You gotta understand, they're trying to flip Texas. Right now, the Republicans they're gonna be split too, because you got the incumbent Cornyn, you got Ken Paxton, who's coming from Attorney General, but he has a lot of shit going on right now, and you got Hunt, who might get a Trump endorsement as well. Paxton is gonna get a lot of votes regardless, but he got a lot of shit going on with the divorce. They just filed for divorce in July. His wife said he was cheating and shit, allegedly. He had the impeachment in 2023, and he has securities fraud cases going on, allegedly. So yeah, Ken Paxton got a lot of baggage right now, but he's still gonna, take a lot of votes.
Are out there doing the work to win voters over and to flip this state. And that's the kind of infrastructure, the kind of effort we need to energize Democratic voters, bring in new voters, and peel people off from the other side. You have to do all three.
What's up, Asha?
Like Texas Senate.
I want to play a little video your campaign put out talking about expense, cost of living. Obviously, we were just talking about that earlier in the program. Take a listen.
Thanks to tariffs, everything costs more, a lot more. These deep-fried Oreos cost $14. They used to cost $6. This funnel cake chicken sandwich used to be $9. Now it's $15. So when you walk into the voting booth next November, remember this 20.
Shit, he spent about $75 just showing this shit. 14. It's crazy. It's crazy. 14 for the fried Oreos. 15 for the sandwich. That's a 30 ball right there. Then I know that bad boy right there he got that turkey leg, man. That smoked turkey leg look like it's medium well. Oh, that's 30. That's $60, man. He spent 60 before he even got a lemonade, chat. 60 before the lemonade is crazy.
$5 turkey leg.
He said $65.
$25.
Oh, 25, okay. He said $25 turkey leg. I thought he said 65. I was gonna say that's kind of crazy, Chad.
It's also sort of a subtle. Zoran Mondani did a very famous video about halalflation. This is like a Texas version of that. I thought it was interesting. How central do you think this issue is to the campaign, and also, what can you as a U.S. Senator do about it? Because it strikes me as one of these issues where if you're the out party, it's very easy to run against. And if you're the party in governance, it's really hard to deal with prices.
So I got elected to the state house by flipping a Trump district, a district that no one thought was winnable. And I'm now in my 4th term as a state representative. And I've been able to not just stop bad Republican bills, I've been able to work across the aisle to pass bills that do bring down costs. Bringing down the cost of child care, which is now more expensive than college in the state of Texas. Bringing down the cost
Thank
of
you, Cold Fact.
big housing bill that's going to allow for us to build single-stair housing complexes in Texas. I passed a major bill to bring down prescription drug costs, importing cheap prescription drugs from Canada right into Texas. And I passed the first ever cap on insulin copays in state history.
Oh, chat, in the morning, we're going to talk about the lines of people, especially a lot of them were like a little older. I'm not going to say senior citizens, but they were definitely a little older. There were lines of them going to Mexico to get dental work. An implant that cost them $3,000 in America, they were going across the border and getting them done for $900. So it's like lines of these of those people, man. So we're going to talk about that in the morning. I'm going to pull the video up.
So
what's up, Devon?
The structural costs in our economy that are holding working families back. I will just say, though, if we're going to do that, we have to tackle corruption too, because it's a corrupt, broken political system that is preventing our leaders in Washington from restructuring the economy to work for regular people.
Talk about corruption. Let's talk a little bit about the other side of the aisle here. This is a fascinating race, and I think lots of people are watching very closely in Republican circles because there is this primary.
What's up, Anonymous?
It's now a three-way primary, including Texas Congressman Cornyn and Ken Paxton. Mm-hmm. Do you think? What is your view of that primary and what it means for what the race is going to be? If you have someone who isn't a sitting senator, if, say, Ken Paxton wins and you can't sort of run against the guy who's sitting there in Washington.
Neither John Cornyn nor Ken Paxton deserve the honor of representing our great state in our nation's capital. Both of them are far more interested
A $2,500 MRI is crazy, bro.
in representing their billionaire mega donors than representing the people of Texas. They both.
I kind of looked over what the Republicans shot down as far as their health care. I was going to talk about that in the morning, too. So basically, it would be like $1,000 to $1,500 to go into an account. Your monthly premiums would still be a little higher than it is now, probably, but it would be lower than what it's going to jump to. But your deductibles will be sky high. Like, the deductibles are crazy. So, basically, if you don't go to the doctor a lot or need to go to the doctor a lot, it's probably work out for you. If you have disposable income or nice savings, probably work out for you. But if you're just getting by, you're fucked. With what the Republicans are trying to push through, if you're just getting by, you're fucked. Straight up.
Sold us out time and time again.
Or if you have chronic illness. If you're just getting by or you frequent the doctor, hospital, whatever, you're fucked.
And Ken Paxton's crimes are well known. I was part of the bipartisan majority in the Texas House that impeached our corrupt Attorney General. But you're not going to believe me when I say this, but I think John Cornyn may be even more corrupt than Ken Paxton because he was the deciding vote on that big ugly bill. That bill that's going to kick millions of Texans off their health care. It's going to take food out of the mouths of hungry Texas children, all to give another tax break to his donors. We oftentimes think corruption is something that's illegal, like in Ken Paxton's case, but corruption is really just the betrayal of the public's trust. It is the abuse of your public office. And so John Cornyn has forfeited his right to represent all of us in our nation's capital, and that is what I'm running against. This is not a red team versus blue team thing. This is all of us coming together to demand that we have a government that works for us and not the ultra rich.
You're in the Texas State House where you have to vote on legislation. The other woman who's running in this primary, Jasmine Crockett, had her last night. She's in the House of Representatives, so she's voting on federal legislation now. I want to ask you about a vote today, the National Defense Authorization Act. It passed with a big bipartisan majority, about half Democrats for, half against, a slight majority against. Jasmine Crockett voted against that bill. How would you vote today?
Well, again, I got my hands full with the work that I'm doing in the State House, and I think anyone who knows me knows that I'm a policy wonk. I dig into the details of every bill. I have deliberate conversations with stakeholders, with...
That's not the shit I want to hear, Mr. Talcaro. That's not the shit I want to hear, man. Oh, Lord, let's break down this $900 billion bill, chat. Defense bill. Let's see. See what they put in this bad boy. $400 million in Ukraine for security assistance. $1 billion to Taiwan Security Cooperation Initiative. $1.5 billion in new security aid for the Philippines. Formally establishes the Baltic Security Initiatives with $175 million to bolster the defense capabilities of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. The bill funds the development of the Golden Dome. Okay, I'm with that Golden Dome shit. Also authorizing $500 million for U.S.-Israeli missile defense cooperation, including funding for the Iron Dome, David slings, and arrow systems, along with $80 million for a joint anti-tunneling program. So $500 million for U.S.-Israeli missile defense cooperation. $80 million $1.5 billion to the Philippines, $400 million to Zelensky, $1 billion to Taiwan, $291 billion for maintenance and operations, $234 billion for military personnel and healthcare, $162 billion for procurement, and $146 billion for research and development. I want to know how you would have voted, Mr. Talcaro. I want to know.
With constituents, haven't done any of that work on this particular issue, but I will tell you that I get the sense across the state of Texas that people are deeply concerned with the direction of our foreign policy. You know, Donald Trump got elected promising peacetime, and he has delivered the exact opposite. And I think this is actually going to be a major issue in this upcoming race, and I look forward to articulating that vision for a safer foreign policy for people in Texas and across this country.
Yeah, on the policy wonk thing, I will note the single stair thing for the housing nerds out there. It's a big. It's in.
People should look it up.
In
It's
the
a
house,
great
yes.
bill.
Basically, the short version is that Europe builds a lot of single stair
That's right.
apartment buildings. Our fire codes require 2. It makes buildings more expensive. It's less space for them. There's a lot of people who think it's just as safe to build a single stair. So
It is, and most other countries around the world do it. And we're now going to do it in Texas.
all right, Texas State Rep James Talarico. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. All right, let's get into it, man. What else we got right here, man? All right. They said Christy Nong left the hearing today, man. They said Christy Nong got the hell on down out of the hearing today. I need to change the title on this live. I really do, but I'm not going to.
How many United States military veterans have you deported?
Sir, we have not deported U.S. citizens or military veterans.
I don't believe you served in the military. I haven't either, but I think you and I can agree that as Americans, we owe everything to those who served our country in uniform, particularly those who have served in combat. Do you agree with that?
Sir, I believe that people that are in this United States that are citizens have legal status here. Those
Madam Secretary, we are joined on Zoom by a gentleman named Sejun Park. He is a United States Army combat veteran who was shot twice while serving our country in Panama in 1989. Like many veterans, he struggled with PTSD and substance abuse after his service. He was arrested in the 1990s for some minor drug offenses, nothing serious. He never hurt anyone besides himself, and he's been clean and sober for 14 years. He is a combat veteran, a Purple Heart recipient. He has sacrificed more for this country than most people ever have. Earlier this year, you deported him to Korea, a country he hasn't lived in since he was 7 years old. Will you join me in thanking Mr. Park for his service to our country?
Sir, I'm grateful for every single person that has served our country and follows
And
our laws.
can you please
And
tell
knows
Mr.
that our
Park
laws
why
are
you
important
deported him?
and every one of them needs to be enforced.
But you understand that many veterans struggle with PTSD, many veterans struggle with substance abuse challenges. This man took 2 bullets for our country. You have broad authority, by the way, as Secretary, to issue humanitarian parole, to do deferred action. Will you commit to at least looking at Mr. Park's case to see if you can help him find a pathway back to this country that he sacrificed so much for?
I will absolutely look at his case, but I want you.
Now she reneging.
I apologize. Gentlemen's time has expired. I know the secretary has to leave, and I would now recognize the gentlelady from Texas, Ms. Johnson. 5 minutes of questions.
I'm just going to take the position that she was scared of my questions. Mr. Chairman, if we could stop the clock and
Oh, yes,
wait
no,
until after all
absolutely.
this,
Clerk will suspend.
we could reset the time,
Yes.
that would be helpful.
We'll reset the clock. Gentlelady, prepared.
All right, chat. We finna move on, man.
Thank you very much. We have
I really don't got too much more to talk about. I was gonna talk about that Michigan coach, and I don't even want to talk about the Michigan coach, man. It is what it is. I want to know why the hell is Ted Cruz always with Trump lately? What the hell is Ted Cruz always with Trump for?
big signing right now.
Hell, we down there see Ted Cruz more than we see J.D. Vance, hell, with Trump.
We have a tremendous industry where we're leading by a lot. It's the AI, artificial intelligence. I always thought it should be SI, Supreme Intelligence.
What's up, Drip?
I guess somewhere along the line they decided to do the word artificial, and that's okay with me. That's up to them. It's a massive industry. We're leading China. We're leading everybody by a tremendous amount. The electricity is being built by them in every plant. They're building the electricity. We're getting them rapid approvals. But they're spending trillions of dollars, and they can't. Basically, this has a couple of other things that are less important, but one of the things that it has is you have to have a central source of approval. When they need approvals on things, they have to come to one source. They can't go to California, New York, and various other places.
Hold on, what you mean that my computer take a shit? What happened? What y'all mean what happened? Drip, man, me too, Drip. I feel that, man. What happened? What you mean? What the hell happened, OG Pal?
Illinois with Pritzker, who's, a totally unreasonable person. And they have to have, they're putting all this money in. It's a big part of the economy. And there's only going to be, I think, one winner here. I don't know if anybody agrees with that. I think most people agree. But there's only going to be one winner here. And that's probably going to be the U.S. or China. And right now we're winning by a lot. China has a central source of approval. I don't think they have any approval. They just go in and build. But people want to be in the United States, and they want to do it here. And we have the big investment coming. But if they had to get 50 different approvals from 50 different states, you could forget it, because it's not possible to do. Especially if you have some hostile.
What's up, XX?
One hostile actor, and you wouldn't be able to do it. So it doesn't make sense. I didn't have to be briefed on this, by the way. This is real easy business. I mean, this is simple. We're taking in trillions of dollars. We're taking in tremendous amounts of countries, jobs, everything's.
I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck is Ted Cruz there? Like, why the fuck is Ted Cruz there?
Now, just to get off AI for a second, auto plants are being built at levels that we've just about never seen before. We had our auto industry was decimated. 56% of our auto industry left our country over the years. It was at one point 100%, and then it got shriveled down, and really we lost a lot. And now, because of tariffs, which have been so incredible, we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're bringing back our factories. We're bringing back everything. It's we've never been in a position like this. Our stock market today was, well, I saw it a few hours ago, but a few hours ago it was way up, and we hit a new high for the 52nd time in 10 months. We have an all-time high.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a Texas senator, but what the fuck does he have to do with these billions in tariffs that we're raking in? And this, I don't know. What is he signing? Is he signing something to do with what we had 2 minutes and 30-something seconds? The hell is he signing? The hell is Ted Cruz up there for, man? All right, there he go talking. Let's see what the hell Ted Cruz talking about, man.
The race for AI. You look back to the
oh my God, they got Ted Cruz up here talking about fucking AI. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. What the hell is Ted Cruz up here talking about AI for, man? Don't we got Elon in the damn with Grok running through the Pentagon? Don't we just have Pete Hegseth talking about Google's Gemini? Don't we have Sam Altman getting $500 billion initiative and shit? Why the fuck is Ted Cruz up here talking about AI, man? Give me a fucking break, bro. What?
1990s, there was a similar inflection point with the beginning of the internet, the dawn of the internet. And Bill Clinton was president at the time. He signed an executive order just like...
That shit just pissed me off, bro.
The big reason was the election November 5th, and another big reason, and maybe the biggest reason, but maybe not, because without the election this wouldn't have been done, because people don't know how to do it. The second reason is the tariffs, which are countries that were really hurting us badly, were really decimating us. Hence we have 38 trillion in debt, which will start paying off pretty soon with the tariff money coming in. But countries that were really decimating us use tariffs against us. Now we're using tariffs. All we want is fair. All we want is national security. It's given us great national security. I settled 8 wars, and numerous of them was because of trade and because of tariffs. So we're very happy with that. But this is about something a little...
Me too. I might have missed it, but thank you, Me Too. I appreciate your continued support. I might have missed it.
Different. We want to have one central source of approval, and we have, I think, great Republican support. I think we probably have Democrat support too, because it's common sense. I mean, you can't go to every time you make a change, and it could be a very reasonable change. You still won't get it approved if you have to go to 50 states. So this centralizes it. And it's something which the people behind me, the very distinguished people, all, but Tim Cook just left of Apple and spoke to all of the big companies, great companies, and they won't be able to do this. This will not be successful unless they have one source of approval. Or
thank you, Carlos.
They could have disapproval too, but it's got to be one source. They can't go to 50 different sources. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. And Will, what would you like to add to that?
Sure. Mr. President, as you said, in keeping with your commitment to grow the American economy, create potentially millions of new American jobs, and maintain America's technological and military superiority in the years ahead, this is an executive order that orders aspects.
This is the time we need Elon in here, man. If all this damn time, all of those meetings, all of that dark MAGA shit, where the fuck is Elon? I don't want to hear from Ted Cruz. I don't want to hear about nothing from none of them about this AI shit, man. When we got the damn technocrats running through the White House, talking about whoop-de-doo. Why am I hearing from this guy and Ted Cruz about this shit, man? These dudes do a lot of talk. Sam Altman, Elon, and fuck, Bill Gates does a lot of damn talking too. These guys do a lot of talking, man. Why are we not hearing from them? I'm just gonna be honest. What the fuck does Ted Cruz got to do with AI right now, bro?
To take decisive action to ensure that AI can operate within a single national framework in this country, as opposed to being subject to state-level regulation that could potentially cripple the industry. David Sachs, your AI and crypto czar, has been one of the key players and key authors behind this EO.
Where is he? Where is David Sachs, man? That's who we need up here, man. We need David Sachs up here and not... Oh my God.
Give you more of the granular detail, but the big picture is that we're taking steps to ensure that AI operates under a single national standard so that we can reap the benefits that will come from it in terms of economic growth, job development, national security, and technological edge.
And it's really the biggest industry that anybody's seen. I mean, it's taken off. And again, I believe there'll only be one country that really benefits, and it should be the United States, and it will be if we do this, if we're unified. We have to be unified. China is unified because they have one vote.
Man, y'all notice, listen, man, Drip, they tried to put that damn data center in one of them counties, man. They voted against that shit. Next thing I know, they talking about taking this shit out of space, man. They talking about putting all this shit into space.
President Xi, he's just doing it, and that's the end of that. You know, we have a different system, but we have a system that's good, but we only have a system that's good if it's smart. David Sachs, can you say a few words, please?
Yes, sir. So, as you pointed out, we have over 1,000 bills going through state legislatures right now to regulate AI. Over 100 of them have already passed. 25% of them are in California.
We should have been hearing from him first, chat. They should have let David Sachs talk in the first damn place, man. They should have let him talk to begin with.
New York and states running in 50 different directions. It just doesn't make sense. We're creating a confusing patchwork of regulation. And what we need is a single federal standard. And that's what the CEO says, sir. It basically states that the policy of your administration is to create that federal framework. We're going to work with Congress, like the chairman here of the Commerce Committee, Senator Cruz, and other members of Congress to define that framework. In the meantime, the CEO gives your administration tools to push back on the most onerous and excessive state regulations. We're not going to push back on all.
Thank you, Bob.
Safety, we're going to protect. We're not pushing back on that, but we're going to push back on the most onerous examples of state regulations, sir.
So I spoke with other Republican senators, and we have great approval. I think I spoke to anybody that even had any question and seemed to have gotten approval. Ted Cruz has been a very strong advocate of this is common sense. I mean, I think it's nothing more than common sense. Please, Ted.
Listen, this is the single most important economic question in the country and in the world. Who wins the race for AI? You look back to the 1990s, there was a similar inflection point with the beginning of the internet, the dawn of the internet, and Bill Clinton was president at the time. He signed.
That's how they get us, Chad. The devil's in the details, man. It's an AI race. We got to get the AI out here, man. We got to try all this new shit. Next thing you know, you have no more privacy. You can't do shit. The whole grid's locked down. Bill Gates got 65,000 satellites in the air that can cover every square inch of the universe 24 hours a day. I mean, of the world 24 hours a day. But it's all good because we're in the AI race, and it has to happen, man. The AI race. Your privacy's being siphoned away every single day but it's an AI race. We're gonna lead the world in AI. You're not gonna have to have a job or anything. You have to take this universal basic income, but we'll still be a democracy. We'll still be capitalism, but everybody will be on fucking UBI. But it's still capitalism, right?
Signed an executive order, just like you're doing, that put into law a light touch regulatory approach to the internet. And the result was incredible economic growth and jobs in the United States. At the same time, the European Union took a very heavy-handed regulatory approach. Here's an amazing statistic, Mr. President. In 1993, the U.S. economies and Europe's economy were virtually identical in size. Today, America's economy is more than 50% larger than Europe's, and the two drivers of that are tech and the shale revolution. It transformed this country, and AI is the...
What we not realizing is this, man. Elon came out and said it, today or yesterday on X, like, look, man, only jobs that are safe right now are jobs that actually require moving atoms. Physical labor jobs, electricians, plumbing, trades and shit, right? So they've already written everything else the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those jobs are gone. It is what it is. If you don't got a trade, you better, figure something else out. It's only a matter of time before they take those two. And what's going to happen when they take those two? Universal basic income. It's going to be UBI, man. And what happens when the country is on UBI? Is it still capitalism? Is it still capitalism at that point, chat? Is it still capitalism at that point? If 95% of the country is on UBI, universal basic income, is it still capitalism?
It's a race, and if China wins the race, whoever wins, the values of that country will affect all of AI. We don't want...
We gotta beat China into giving up all of our privacy rights. We gotta beat China into giving up all of our damn jobs to AI. We gotta beat China and... Oh my God. Do y'all notice they never tell us what comes with that? We gotta beat China and AI. Why? Because if they have AI, they run off with it. Well, what particular things do we need to beat China at? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to beat them at let's get into that. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say everything, blanket everything. Okay, well, let's itemize the shit. Once we get to itemizing the shit, we'll see that, hey, that's probably gonna take some of my privacy. Hey, that's probably gonna lock me out of some kind of systems and shit. Hey, every single time I get ready to do this, I'm giving them. Y'all just seen the bill that they proposed. They just proposed a bill that 42 countries. That's burning. "42 countries are gonna have to do 5 years of their social media. They're gonna have to do 5 years of their social media check. They'll have to give up their recent contacts. They'll have to give up a face scan. They'll have to give up everything, man. It's here."
China's values of surveillance and centralized control by the communist government governing AI. We want American values of free speech, of individual liberty, of respecting the individual. So this executive order, I believe, is tremendously important. Thank you for your leadership.
Well, thank you very much. And Scott, please.
Yes, sir. This is pass-fail. As you said, this is the biggest technological innovation in our country's history. We've seen the canals, we've seen the railroads, we've seen the utilities, we've seen the build-out of the internet and the fiber, and now it's AI, and it is pass-fail versus China. We have the lead, we've got to maintain it, and it is also going to be the single biggest source of economic growth. But everything else we do, with our defense, there's no use in having a golden dome if China's AI can get around it. There's no use in spending all this money on defense. And the U.S. will remain the leader in this under President Trump's leadership. He has accelerated the growth. We're actually going to move ahead further. We're seeing building everywhere, construction jobs. There are going to be jobs at the AI data centers. And most importantly, President Trump had the incredible idea to allow the companies to create their own power. And we are going to see soon that communities near AI facilities will have the same or lower electric costs than other communities, which is a great innovation. So this is an important document today.
Do you have any questions?
On this subject, President Trump, are you more worried about the U.S. winning the race for AI dominance with China or about AI's potential threat to humanity?
Both. We're looking at that very strongly. We have...
You see how they frame this shit? AI, data centers. Now it's, we have to win this race, and it's the most important thing. They're gonna put it under national security with this AI shit. They need data centers. Now these data centers are gonna be able to create their own power. We just seen one of those data centers or whatever get struck down because the community voted against it. This shit is getting lined up for eminent domain, man. They're about to start listening, man. When they figure out where they want to put this data center, man, they not gonna give a fuck who on what, man. Let's just be honest, man. Let's be all the way on. It's gonna be eminent domain. Get the fuck out. We'll cut you a check for what we think is worth. Thank you, OG Pal. You said these motherfuckers are lying their ass off, man. I see eminent domain coming with these data centers, man. They finna take somebody's shit, because these data centers will be huge. Huge.
A lot of threats in the opposite way if we don't do it. You know, you look at the medical and medical research.
Thank you, OG Pal.
Have come out of AI in terms of medical and cancer research and things. We're way ahead of what we ever thought we'd be, just from the infancy of AI. So really both, and we want to be very careful with it. We also know that a big part of our economy, it could be 50, 60% of our economy going forward for a period of time at least, especially during this startup, is AI and AI-based. We have trillions of dollars of construction going on, and that construction would stop, or it would certainly be, a lot of it would be halted. So,
I don't know about farmland on Me Too, because I don't think these data centers are going to just be out in the middle of nowhere completely. I think they'll be close enough to town that it'll be some eminent domain going on. I don't think they'll be like smack dab in the city. I think it'll be like smaller towns that they'll go for. Probably towns with less than 20,000 population, 10 to 15,000 population, somewhere off in there. And shit, it's gonna be some eminent domain going on.
We're leading China. We're leading China by a lot. China knows that. And not doing this would be the greatest gift to China and other countries, but China in particular, that China has ever received.
And with Venezuela, now that we've seized this tanker, is the campaign against Venezuela still just about drugs, or is it now also about oil?
Well, it's about a lot of things, but one of the things it's about is
But when I said this shit, I was crazy, man. I told y'all it's about a lot of things, man. It's about regime change. They want Maduro out. It's about the oil. It is about the little drugs or whatever that comes to. It's a plethora of things, man. It's a basket of things. But when I said this shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Now that he says it, y'all gonna just say we both dumb as hell. That's what y'all gonna say. Like I called it. He's substantiating it. It's recorded. Go back on another lie. Y'all still gonna say we both dumb as hell. You gonna say I'm dumb as hell. You gonna say Trump dumb as hell with me. I get it. Whatever.
the fact that they've allowed millions of people to come into our country from their prisons, from gangs, from drug dealers, and from mental institutions, probably proportionately more than anybody else. They came in from many countries. We're getting them out. We had 11,888 murderers come into our country. Many of them are from Venezuela. We had thousands of Tren de Aragua, the gang, come in from, which they say is the most violent gang. I don't know, MS-13 is pretty bad, but Tren de Aragua, they say, is the most violent gang. That comes out of, from the prisons of Venezuela. It came out of the prisons of Venezuela. So it has to do with a lot of things. They've treated us badly, and I guess now we're not treating them so good. If you look at the drug traffic by sea is down 92%. And nobody can figure out who the 8% is, because I have no idea. Anybody getting involved in that right now is not doing well. And we'll start that on land, too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon. Thank you, Peter.
In Indiana, time.
I would say universal basic income is a horrible thing. Too strong. UBI is a horrible thing.
Just a few moments ago, the Senate there rejected the congressional maps to redistrict in that state. A number of Republicans voted against that redistricting effort. You have spent a lot of time talking about this. The Vice President traveled to Indiana. What's your reaction?
Well, we won every other state. That's the only state. It's funny because I won Indiana all 3 times by a landslide. And I wasn't working on it very hard. Would have been nice. I think we would have picked up 2 seats if we did that. You had one gentleman, the head of the Senate, I guess, Bray, whatever his name is. I heard he was against it. He'll probably lose his next primary, whenever that is. I hope he does, but because he's done a tremendous disservice. I mean, think of it. It's a great place. I love the people there. They love me. You know, we won in a landslide all 3 times. Got tremendous votes. I got record votes. And then there's no reason for doing that. And the Democrats do it to us, so I can't imagine that they do it, but I wasn't very much involved, but there's a man named Bray as I guess, head of the Senate. Was that Bray? Is that the name, Bray? I mean, I'm sure that whenever his primary is, it's, I think, in 2 years, but I'm sure he'll go down. He'll go down. I'll certainly support anybody that wants to go against it.
Mr. Collins, if I could ask you briefly about AI and then a question on Ukraine. On the AI side,
You said if AI takes all our jobs, we'll need UBI. No, that's why we have to get out now and tell these politicians, whoever, fuck them. Listen, man, we need to get out here and tell these politicians now, man, listen, we draw the line at jobs, man. Like, if we can't have these companies and these corporations need to have a damn cap on on the employee to AI or robot ratio, man. I don't give a fuck what you say. Call it hindering free markets or whatever the fuck you want to. It's either that or we have no more purpose, man, in the job world, man. Our well-being is fully controlled by the government, man. Straight up. It's either they put a hard cap on this shit or we don't vote for them. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Otherwise, we not gonna have nothing. Nothing, man. These companies will go 100% AI and robotics the moment you let them. It's simple math. It's simple math. It's an easy decision for a business owner. You won't think twice, blink twice. You don't gotta worry about no calling in sick. You ain't gotta worry about no damn attitudes. You ain't gotta worry about no scandals. You ain't gotta worry about nobody taking pictures, posting on social media. You ain't gotta worry about you gotta pay fucking maintenance once or twice a year. Man, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You can cut the lights off in there because you don't need no lights because it ain't no human. It's a simple ass decision for a business owner. That's why we got to draw a hard line in the sand with these politicians. Like, look, man, if you don't make these people put caps on this shit, we're not voting for you. Straight up.
The flip side of what you've done today is what kind of agreements you can get with China, particularly on the national security threats posed by AI. During the Biden administration, there was a vague agreement on not using AI in the nuclear weapons complex. Tell us what you envision and what conversations you've had, if any, with President Xi on that topic.
Well, relevant to AI?
Yes.
I speak to him a lot about it. I speak to him a lot, actually. I have a very good relationship with him, as you know. If you had another president, you would have had a big rare earth problem, and it turned out not to be a problem. They're purchasing tremendous amounts of the soybeans and our agricultural products now. We're getting along with it very well. No, we talk about AI quite a bit. We talk about everything quite a bit.
Well, do you have specific guardrails you're trying to put together with them?
One of the things I talk to China about is the denuclearization of weapons. We'd like to see if we could stop that. I'm talking about nuclear weapons. I've spoken to China about that. I've spoken to Russia about that. And I think it would be something that we would want to do.
Man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. We sit here and let AI take all the damn jobs, and thank you, Lala, and we get universal basic income. What the fuck is everybody going? It's gonna be a new renaissance or something. Everybody's gonna pick the arts back up and shit. Everybody's gonna pick the arts back up. What the hell is going on, man? No, what the hell is going on? We just gonna sit here and wait, man. What's gonna happen when you get like that? Everybody's all for universal basic income till they go look at China and look at their social credit scores. Do y'all not hear the comparisons to China? Right here, we gotta beat China. What the fuck is going on in China, man? People are getting locked out of the social credit system and they're not getting a damn UBI or whatever the fuck's supposed to come. They can't get a job. They can't do nothing. Nathan, man. Your ass commit a crime, man, and you don't get that UBI no more. They cut just like they take your voting rights, man, and your gun rights. They take your damn rights to UBI. Your ass gonna die. Your ass gonna die. AI got all the damn jobs.
And they would like to do, and I think Russia would like to do.
They said they won't join New START or a follow-on to New START.
Well, that's what they told you, but you know what they tell you is different than what they tell you.
And I'm afraid, Mr. President, just briefly, you made a commitment to the Europeans back in July, if I remember right, to participate in some kind of a peacekeeping force should there be a peace agreement. You mentioned, I think, air support, intelligence, and so forth. Does that commitment still stand? Is the U.S. ready to go contribute to this?
Well, the security agreement, basically, that they call it, the security agreement. Yeah, we would help.
Then this how they gonna get you. They gonna tell you, oh, you can go get a job. Your UBI is cut off forever, but you can go get a job. Guess what? No one's fucking hiring, dude. Everybody has robots and AI running their company. Yeah, I could go get a job, but where, nigga? They just opened up a fully automatic McDonald's, I believe, in Texas. They finna open up the fully automatic McDonald's in Texas, man. Yeah, you can go get you a job. We're not stopping you from getting a job. Who the fuck finna hire you? AI doing it all for the cheap. Don't take no breaks. Don't call in. Robots. Then they even gonna put the sleeves on the robots, have them looking with skin and some more shit.
We would help with security because it's, I think, a necessary factor in getting it done. I thought that we were very close with Russia to having a deal. I thought we were very close with Ukraine to having a deal. In fact, other than President Zelensky, his people loved the concept of the deal. You know, we threw something out.
This is a four-part deal.
Well, there's 4 or 5 different parts. It's, you know, a little bit complicated because you're cutting up land in a certain way. It's not the easiest thing. It's sort of like a complex real estate deal times 1,000, right? But it's a deal that would have stopped the killing of thousands of lives every month. Thousands and thousands of lives, mostly soldiers, but as you know there's some bombs being...
Are you headed to sort of a Korea-like ceasefire where you don't resolve?
Well, there's a meeting on Saturday. We'll see whether or not we attend the meeting. We said we'll attend the meeting if we think there's a good chance of... They want me to attend. They want us to attend. And we'll be attending the meeting on Saturday in Europe if we think there's a good chance. And we don't want to waste a lot of time. We think it's negative. We want it to get settled. We want to save a lot of lives. As you know, in the past we spent could be $350 billion giving it to Ukraine. You know, we got nothing in return, but we gave it to.
Straight up, Drip. I gotta pin that bad boy, man. No more old people and billionaires in politics, man.
And I ended up getting rare earth in return, even though I didn't spend money. And we are now selling weapons to NATO. We're not selling it to Ukraine. We're selling weapons at full price to NATO, as you know. They distribute those weapons probably to Ukraine for the most part. They're probably doing it to others also.
So who getting them at a discount? I guess don't ask, don't tell, I guess, you know. That was the first thing I wanted to know. We're selling the weapons to NATO at full price. My first question was who getting a discount?
Involved in the war, other than the fact that we are involved in a negotiation because people want us there. Ukraine wants us involved very much. Europe wants us involved. I have a great relationship with the countries of Europe. As you know, I took GDP. I took what they're spending as a percentage of GDP, but it was at 2 and they weren't paying, and now it's at 5, and everybody's amazed. But that 5% is a lot of it's coming back to the United States. With that being said, I'd like to see the killing stop. 25,000 people died last month, soldiers, mostly soldiers, but some people also where bombs were dropped. But for the most part, 25,000 soldiers died last month. I would love to see it stop, and we're working very hard. It doesn't really affect the United States unless it got out of control. You know, a thing like that, as you probably know, because you are a professional, a real professional, which is something I don't say about a lot of other people, but you are a great professional. Things like this end up in third world wars. And I told that the other day. I said, you know, everybody keeps playing games like this. You'll end up in a third world war, and we don't want to see that happen.
Mr. President, can you confirm that you have appointed a general to lead the stabilization forces in Gaza? What will be his mission, and how soon do you want to see?
Well, we're working very strongly on Gaza. Yeah, we're working very much on Gaza. We actually do have a real peace in the Middle East. We have 59 countries supporting it, which has never happened before. We have countries that want to come in and take care of Hamas, as an example. We have countries that want to come in and take care of Hezbollah in Lebanon, as an example. And I say, right now you don't have to do that. You may have to do that, but we have countries that are volunteering to come in and literally take care of the whole thing. We have a great peace in the Middle East. It's never happened before. And I think it's very strong, actually.
And with Prime Minister Netanyahu, you're supposed to meet him end of this month. What's on the agenda?
Well, we get along.
Thank you, Purple.
He's been a wartime prime minister, certainly. We did a big thing when we went in with this very plane right here, this beautiful plane. We went in with those B-2s, and now I can use the word because it's been confirmed by the Atomic Energy Commission, we obliterated their nuclear capability, their potential. And their nuclear capability would have been there in about 2 months. I think it looked like it was, some people say 2 weeks. I don't know if it's 2 weeks, but a very short period of time. They were very close to having massive nuclear weapons. And these guys went in and they did a job. And that made peace possible because everybody was afraid of Iran, and now they're not afraid of Iran anymore. And Iran would like to make a deal with us.
Your own national security strategy.
I'm doing all right, Purple.
I said,
Oh, thank you, Drip, man. Thank you, Drip. Thank you, Purple, man. Drip just dropped 20 gifted in this thing, man. Drip with the 20 gifted. Thank you, Drip, for your continued support. Oh, they don't want to play it, man. I thought I had the drop for you, Drip. Hold on, man. I'm on the damn hotspot right now, man. This shit taking a minute to load. Man.
Back. Your intro does.
well, the atomic energy.
All right, there we go, man. This shit was taking a minute to load.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Thank you, Drip, for your continued support, man. All the new members, y'all just got access to 300 past live streams, all bangers, man. And you just got access to some cool ass emojis, man. Y'all go crazy with the emojis, man. Thank you, Drip, man. Thank you, Drip, for your continued support.
The Commission said obliterated, and the people that have seen the site said obliterated, and frankly, Iran said it was obliterated. And to show you how accurate it was, and you know, I fight for the pilots because the pilots and those people went in there at great risk, and they hit every single target on every single bomb, and they did a lot of damage. And for them to
What's up, Cole?
anything less than 100% of the credit is unfair. So I will tell you, the Atomic Energy Commission said it's like gonzo. It's one person actually used the term obliterated, but Iran actually said that they probably can never.
Skate, I don't know how to do the emojis. They're gonna have to show you. But we do gotta get in the Discord. We need a new emoji, man. We gotta get a new emoji. We haven't updated the emojis in over like a month, man. We gotta get a new emoji, man. We gotta get a new emoji.
Never go there again. They can probably never start there again. If they ever started, they'd probably choose a new site. But regardless, we took out the Iran nuclear site with great talent. No other country could have done that. No other country has weapons like we do, but no other country could have done that. We have the best weapons in the world. We have the best military in the world. And when we took out Iran, that allowed for peace. There's no way that, and I really have great respect for the King of Saudi Arabia, for the Emir. I'm friendly with UAE. These are great.
So I seen a Tucker Carlson clip. I didn't watch it yet. I was gonna watch it with y'all tonight, but has anybody seen that Tucker Carlson clip where he says, what the hell did he say? I can't find it. I didn't save it, but basically, or was it Alex Jones? It was either Alex Jones or Tucker Carlson. They was talking about how in that defense bill, Trump was saying that he was gonna it came with security defenses for Qatar. Even if Israel attacks them, you know, Israel attacked, and I think they killed those leaders that were supposed to be having that meeting for the peace deal. It was like 25 or 30 leaders over there, and Israel attacked them and killed everybody. In our defense bill, Tucker Carlson said that we gave Qatar security guarantees. I haven't looked through it and seen it for myself, but I was just asking, had y'all seen Tucker talking about that?
People. These are actually great people and great leaders. There's no way they could have done a deal if Iran was not really nullified to a large extent. Iran is not the same country. Iran was a country that was feared by everybody. Now it's a country that's been very much downgraded. I'm sure they'll try and come back, and they're very capable people. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
They are constituting their missile program quite quickly.
Well, you know, they can try, but it's going to take them a long time to come back. But if they do want to come back, and they want to come back without a deal, then we're going to obliterate that one too. You know, we can knock out their missiles very quickly. We have great power, And we helped Israel a lot. We were shooting down the drones. We were doing a lot of things for Israel. We did a good job for Israel. But Israel did a good job. They fought. And they all fought bravely. Look, it's a war. That's a vicious war. They're all vicious wars. When you write, hey, you covered a lot of wars. They're all vicious. We never saw a nice one, right? They're all vicious. But that was a big fight. But the big thing was the knockout of the possible nuclear capability, and it was a complete knockout of nuclear capability. That doesn't mean that over the next 2 years or 3 years they're not going to come back or not going to try. I think they got hit so hard, they may talk about trying, but I don't think they want to try. And I can tell you that they would love to be able to make a deal with me. They would love to be able to make a deal with me. And I'd love to make a deal with them if we could. You know, we were not close, but not so close, but we were reasonably there for a deal with Iran before the bombing, and they would have been much better off if they made a deal. They could have had a deal. They could have had a deal where they would have been much better off. Look at what we've done. I mean, their place is blown up. Forget about the nuclear. The nuclear's gone, but they're look at the damage they've suffered, the death that they've suffered. They could have had a deal with nobody would have died, no buildings would have been down, nothing would have happened. We would have blown up their nuclear. That would have been it. They could have had a great deal, but they missed that opportunity. But they would like to make a deal right now. Iran would like to make a deal with me. Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you think the Senate should confirm your nominee for Religious Freedom Ambassador, Mark Walker, in time for Christmas as Christmas gift to Christians around the world?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've heard good things about Mark. Why did something come up that I don't know about?
Oh, man.
Well, I'd like to see him.
Damn, Chad. I don't know why they messed that shit up. I don't know why. Every time I try to pull something up, it does that. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I can't find it. I was trying to find a Tucker Carlson clip. Thank you, Purple. You said, what did Venezuela do to us? It's not, I think it's really China, man. China putting those small oil refineries over there, and yeah, China putting those small oil refineries over there. And then that boat, that vessel that they seized, Drip, it supposedly had a warrant on it from 2023 or 2022. Back around the time our strategic oil reserves were really low. That shit crazy. Damn, Chad, well, we can't watch no clips. Dorsey must be around. Nah, Dorsey ain't around tonight. But yeah, man, I guess, we'll just hang out for a minute, man. I guess we'll hang out for a minute. If y'all got any questions, man, I would open up the phone lines, but I'm gonna cut this light off. It's bright as hell in my face. But yeah, if I open them up, it's gonna have that static, man. So I really have to reset the damn OBS. I think Jasmine Crockett is gonna win the Democrat nomination. If she goes against Ken Paxton, I think she has a chance. I think she got a chance because Ken Paxton got a lot of dirt on him right now. Jasmine Crockett gonna drag him through the mud. Corian, she might drag him. I don't know. I don't know if she beats Corian because he's been there, 5 terms. Ken Paxton, she'll get him a run for his money, though. tired myself, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. I had a really long day. Got up at like what 6:30. You don't think she's gonna win, Penny? Yeah, but I'm saying if she runs against Kim Paxton, they're gonna have to find dirt on her. If she runs against Kim Paxton, they're gonna have to find dirt on her because Kim Paxton's going through a divorce right now. They said adultery was involved. He got the impeachment from 2023. They say he going through securities fraud case. Kim Paxton, Jasmine Crockett gonna get him a run for his money. You don't think he'll beat Corian? Yeah, I don't think she'll beat Corian either. I don't know if she'll beat Hunt, especially with a Trump endorsement. But yeah, she'll get Kim Paxton and runs for his money. I don't know if Corian beats Paxton though. Do y'all think Corian beats Paxton? I think Kim Paxton might beat Corian. Especially depending on where that endorsement goes. I wonder who Obama's going to endorse too, because he already endorsed Tal Carroll, but now that Jasmine Crockett's in the race, I don't think he'll pull his endorsement for Tal Carroll, but I don't know if he's going to endorse Jasmine Crockett as well. Trump endorsements probably mean a little bit more in Texas. Yeah, that Trump endorsement will probably hit a little harder in Texas. Thank you, Cole. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how the Latinos do if the Latinos get out and vote, because if the Latinos get out and vote and they now with the way the deportation is going, that could mean a lot. But a lot of the Latinos probably might not want to go to the voter stations because they might think ICE gonna show up. So it could go either way with that. They could be scared to go vote, or they could be energized to go vote. Yeah, I'm ready to cover these. I want to see Tal Carroll debate Jasmine Crockett. That's the debate I'm ready to see. Man, I'm ready to see Tal Carroll debate Crockett, man. I can't wait for that, man. Damn. Are they going to debate? Do y'all think they're going to debate, chat? Do y'all think Tal Carroll is going to debate Crockett? Do y'all think Paxton's gonna debate? Or do y'all think they just gonna run? If they just run, that's gonna be weak as hell. I wanna see a debate. Yeah, I wanna see a debate. Yeah, then we got what, DeSantis' term too. Gavin Newsom's turn. Oh yeah, Drip. I know what's going on. Probably debate, but the crowds are gonna be hostile. I want to see it, man. Well, alright, chat, man. Y'all double tap the screen, share the live out, man. We'll be back live on tomorrow. Share this live out far and wide. If you came in late, be sure to watch the playback, man. I'm tired, chat. I gotta get some rest. Good night, chat. Oh, thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody for showing us supporting tonight. Thank you everybody who donated and gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Drip, OG Pal. Thank you everybody. Carlos, we do have the best mods in the building. Everybody, man. We do have the best mods in the building, man. I'm gonna be back in the morning. What did I say we was gonna talk about in the morning? Oh, the people going to get the dental work in Mexico, and it was something else. Oh, Michigan's coach. Yeah, we might talk about that in the morning. Michigan's coach. Oh yeah, we do need to join the Discord, man. Thank you, Purple. Thank you, Purple. We do need some new people in the Discord, man. We got like 15 new people over the last week and a half, man. We need to get more than that, dog. But I appreciate all the new members too. But we do need people to join the Discord, man. We're gonna be more active in the Discord too. All right, Chad. Good night.